Everyone, my name is Claudia. I'm the social media manager at PopCom. We are currently at the Diplomat Resort in Hollywood, Miami for the Self-Service Innovation Summit. I'll be joined by our head of marketing, Jared, and our head of business development, Natasia. So follow us along and see what this event is all about.
Tumbler. Buy now. Don't need my receipt. Check out. And do some Apple Pay.
Very nice. Very nice. So Asmar probably services those machines. Yes. In that area, we'll be able to find it.
Inviting atmosphere to come in, more engaging, more comfortable, that they had seats, that they had the technology to experience with. And so there was some innovation partnering going on with ELO, and we had put some of their devices, because we looked outside of the industry, and we'd seen where in the retail world, where many of our customers, we share customers.
People are browsing at certain products, what products are being abandoned in the carts, ads, which kinds of ads are engaging, which ads brought the person to the machine. Like all of the data that you would typically get from a Shopify, you're able to get from PopCom. And because of that, we do mirror a lot of the online websites. The privacy laws that protect data online are some of the things that we also protect on our machine. So it's very similar to what you would get from a website or e-commerce store. Pop shops, we went to a lot of the real estate developers that own and operate these malls, so the Simon Properties, the Washington Prime, and we were really expecting them to, 2 years ago when we reached out to them, they were trying to charge us between $700 to $5,000 at the high end for space for our kiosks in the malls, and now they're willing to give the space to us for free. And when we kind of dug deeper into that to try to understand why, it was because they understood that where the market is going, they need to start, people are not willing to pay for $5,000 to rent space, and that's why so many malls have vacancies. There's so many empty stores when you walk into malls all over America now, because that business model no longer works. And so as they're trying to iterate and understand that business model, they're exploring, hey, who does have the money to pay for space? And it's actually the e-commerce brands, which is most of the brands that we go after at PopCom. And e-commerce brands, they have such low overhead because they only sell online. They've never had a brick and mortar store. That now trying to convince them to be in a mall is very challenging. But if you make it easy and give them, a way to try out the space, make some money from it, and then, prove that theory out, it's easier to convince them to actually rent space in a mall. And so I would definitely say just be okay with, running these POCs, losing money up front. You're probably gonna have to run a couple of them, and then decide with, where it actually is the opportunity and where you're actually gonna have a new business model.
Stuff. Just buy it now. Start on.
And we can put flavors in there. Mini marshmallows, sprinkles, coconut, hazelnut. So let's do a caramel flavor in there. And grab a cup, put it under the lighted triangle. We also have one that is about this wide, but also has a vending portion. So you can put fresh pastries or muffins or anything like that in there as well.
A mini cafe then?
Yes. And there are your sprinkles in your coffee. And then this is where all the magic happens. Beans, milk, chocolate, tea, and then all of your toppings.
Welcome to
There's
your
your 3
touchless
items.
checkout service.
So now I
You
can
can say any commands mentioned below.
pay now.
People really like the concept. They like that there's a few different brands or entrepreneurs that can feature their products in each placement. They like the fact that we put them in high traffic areas like Hilton Midtown. We actually had a few people from airports come by that were really interested. Nando's was here, and we're talking about putting their sauces in one of the machines to have at the launch of some of their new venues on the West Coast. So that was pretty interesting. Definitely, we got multiple comments that this is the best looking machine here. It looks different. It's kind of our tagline, but we say it's the iPhone of vending machines because it sort of changed how the vending machine looks. Instead of being vertical, we put it on its side, added some nice wood grain finish to the front of it. So yeah, it's much different. Much more refined. It stands out a lot, and we got a lot of comments about it, so it was really good. Yeah, like I said, the other ones sort of just are your standard cube format. There's a few kiosks here that look pretty nice, but they don't have the dispense technology or the ability to dispense that ours does. But of all the ones that actually do dispense products, ours is definitely the best looking.
Thank you so much for tuning in, PopCom community. It's a wrap here at the Self-Service Innovation Summit in Miami. It's been a fantastic event, and the next one we will see you at is at NRF in New York in January, so stay tuned for that.